And good evening, everybody, and welcome to Cobleskill-Richmondville High School as this evening NYVT Media Sports brings you live coverage of high school football. It's a battle of the unbeatens for our game of the week as the Bulldogs of Cobleskill-Richmondville host the Valley Hawks of Fonda-Fultonville. And good evening, everyone. I'm Keith Harrington. Glad to be here at Cobleskill-Richmondville the second time this week as Eric Picar and I made the trip down here on Tuesday to test out our streaming equipment and to do our First and 10 with Keith Harrington show from here. And we were lucky enough to speak with Coach Ed Hantho and a couple of the players, and we had a great time here. We wanted to film it outside here on the football field, but unfortunately Mother Nature did not cooperate on Tuesday, so we did it in the weight room, and it worked out really well. But the teams are out on the field right now for the coin flip as we get ready to go for what should be an outstanding game. Tonight's game is brought to you by Telescope Furniture, sponsors of the Telescope Furniture Broadcast Center, where we broadcast from each and every week. Also by Hoagland Property Management, by Skeene Valley Agency of Granville, Indulge Pizza, our touchdown sponsor, Indulge Pizza of Granville, Lake Champlain Coal, sponsors of our Lake Champlain Coal Company Player of the Game, Ravenna Smart Shop, Shop and Save, and Hoosick Valley Shop and Save of Ravenna and Scaticoke, and also Kelly Farm and Garden, where customers are treated like part of our family tree. And we thank Kelly Farm and Garden for joining us tonight and also for being the sponsor of First and 10 with Keith Harrington this week. And we're glad to have them as a new sponsor on board with us here for this game tonight and for the First and 10 broadcast this week. So this is a very big game. The Class C West Division is on the line right here, even though there's a couple of games left. For all intent and purposes, the winner of this game will be the top seed in Class C West. Of course, a big game going on in Class C East tonight as well. Hopefully, we'll be able to get you some updates on that game as we go throughout the evening, as Granville Whitehall is at Hoosick Falls Tamarack, that game being played in Hoosick Falls, and the winner of that game will be the team that gets the 2 seed. Schuylerville with the 1 seed wrapped up in Class C East. But the battle for the 2 seed in a home game is on the line in that one tonight. And the folks around here were saying, hey, we might see it back here when Granville Whitehall comes here in a couple of weeks if that's the way it plays out. But still a lot to be determined as far as that goes. So we'll have to wait and see. And some of it's going to be determined tonight here and in Hoosick Falls. And here's the opening kickoff. It's going to be brought up across the 25 to the 30 to the 35, and a nice return for Cobleskill-Richmondville. And on the return, that was Cam Jackson, number 5, an excellent return. So good field position here to start things off. And the quarterback comes out for Cobleskill-Richmondville, Caden Cernoskis. Cernoskis, the junior signal caller, coming out into the huddle late is number 12. That's Isaiah Butcher, one of Cernoskis' favorite targets when he goes up top. And it's first down and 10 for the Bulldogs. The football on their own 35-yard line. They'll send 2 receivers out to the right. Cernoskis will work out of the shotgun, has 1 running back there with him. He'll look left, come back to the right, thinks about keeping it, has pressure, throws. It's incomplete out on the far sideline. Heavy pressure that time on Cernoskis. It looked like number 44 that was providing the pressure there, Colton Hesh. 44, a very famous linebacker number over the years in college football. Many top linebackers and a few in the NFL even have worn that number. 2 receivers to the right for the Bulldogs. And Cernoskis will work here from the gun on 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground and a pickup of about 3 or 4 on the play. And on the carry, it was number 28, Chase Henry. Henry picked up about 4. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 6. Football at the 39-yard line of the Bulldogs. We're just underway. 11:22 to go here in this opening quarter. So 3rd down and 6 coming up for Cobleskill. Once again, they'll have 2 receivers right. This time they'll put a receiver in the slot left. Shotgun. They'll fake the handoff. Cernoskis is going to roll out. He's got pressure again and overthrows the intended receiver. That was Isaiah Butcher. And once again, providing the pressure for Fonda-Fultonville was Colton Hesh, number 44. So Hesh in 2 out of the 3 plays on that drive, doing a great job of getting in and putting pressure on Cernoskis. So it'll be a punt situation here for Cobleskill-Richmondville. And it will be Eli Barr doing the punting. And back deep, it is Sweet. Henry Sweet. And Sweet's going to let it bounce in front of him. Maybe he should have let that go. He touched it. It's a live football. Looks like the Dogs have it. And they do down at about the 26-yard line. So Sweet, with an error in judgment there, when that ball bounced, he should have just let it bounce. He came up running to his right, tried to put a hand on it, as you saw there, and the ball was touched, and he could not corral it, and the Bulldogs able to get it, and they're going to have 1st down and 10 at the Fonda-Fultonville 27-yard line. So a great opportunity coming up for Cobleskill-Richmondville right here. They'll send a receiver out here to the near side. That is Barr. Cernoskis out of the gun. He'll fake the handoff. He'll pump fake. He's got Barr, and it's going to be batted away. Nice job defensively there. It was number 7 there, Matt Oathout. So very well played there by Oathout defensively for Fonda-Fultonville. And there is a flag down. Personal foul on both sides, it looks like, offsetting. So a little extracurricular activity there at the end of the play. So that will offset. They'll replay the down. Or we go to 2nd down. We go to 2nd down, so they negate each other. Yeah, I was right with replay the down, correct? Yeah, because I looked up and saw 2. There we go. We're all working together as a team up here in the press box. Barr goes out to the right side. Butcher also to the right. That was Barr actually on that pass attempt, not Butcher. Cernoskis rolling out. He throws underneath, and that's going to be pass interference maybe. There's a flag coming in. Well, the flag is way behind the play, though. So it looked like a pretty good timed hit over there. We'll see what the penalty is. The penalty flag is right here near the line of scrimmage. Maybe holding possibly on the Bulldogs. It's in the neighborhood where holding gets thrown. Ineligible receiver downfield. So it will be an ineligible receiver downfield. So should Fonda-Fultonville accept the penalty, it would still be 1st down. It'd be 1st and 15. They will choose to take it and move it back to the 32-yard line. Go first. Henry is one of the backs in the backfield. Looks like Cam Jackson also in there. Cernoskis. That is Cernoskis actually in the shotgun. He'll hand off to Henry. And Henry across the 30. Chase Henry, the sophomore. And Henry picks up 2 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Actually, more than that because they were behind the sticks when they started. So picked up about 7. Gets it back up to the 27-yard line or so. So it's going to be 2nd down and 8 coming up here for the Bulldogs. It's been a interesting drive. We've had penalties on a couple of the plays. Back to pass, Cernoscus throws underneath. Well played defensively. Wanted to go to the tight end that time. That's 88, Micah Hantho. But well played defensively by Fonda-Fultonville. And that was number, I thought, 54. Although I don't see a 54. And sometimes that does happen. Cernoscus goes over and gets the play from the sideline. We had a great time chatting with Coach Hantho back on Tuesday. Third down and 8. Receiver way over on the right side. 2 receivers here on the left. Cernoscus back to pass, setting up a screen. Throws it short to Butcher. And well read by the Valley Hawks of Fonda, as they were able to get Butcher behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage. It's going to be 4th and about 12 coming up here. So credit this Fonda defense, Fonda-Fultonville defense, as they, after the fumble, they have stiffened here and forced the Bulldogs to go backwards. And they gave up, against Granville Whitehall that game earlier in the year. They gave up 30 points to the C.J. Monty-led Granville Whitehall team. So, I thought maybe they were a defense that could be scored upon, but certainly they've looked stellar here in the early part of this ball game. Cam Jackson goes out to the right side. Now a runner goes in motion. They throw underneath, and it's incomplete. So it's going to be Fonda-Fultonville finally getting a chance to get on offense here. 8:57 to go in the first quarter, no score, as they fumbled away a punt after the first drive of the Bulldogs. So now the Valley Hawks are finally going to get to go on offense. Their quarterback is number 2, Braden Wasink. And their top rusher, of course, is number 9, Colin Pickering. They've got trips here on the right side. They'll throw out in the flat on first down. They've got some space. They've got the 35. They've got the 40. And that was Matt Oathout. And they pick up a first down. The football is going to be put down right on the 40-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Valley Hawks. This time they'll send 2 receivers over to the left side, Oathout and Cohen Rose. Pickering in the backfield with Wasink. And they'll toss it to Pickering. Pickering, his first carry of the night. And he picks up about 6 yards, up over the 45 to the 46-yard line. Should bring up around 2nd down and 4 here for Fonda-Fultonville. And they go without the huddle. Rose and Oathout once again to the right side. They've got another receiver left. And they'll give it to Pickering once again. And good penetration that time by the Bulldogs, but Pickering was able to get low and burrow himself for a couple of yards on the play. It's going to be 3rd down and 2 coming up here as we go under 8 minutes to play first quarter. No score. Oathout's going to go to the left side. Rose is to the right side here. Pickering in the backfield with Wasink. He'll take the snap. He'll hand to Pickering. He's got the first down, breaks into the open field, 40, 35, and down close to the 30-yard line to about the 32 as Pickering rambles into Bulldog territory at about the 32-yard line. It's going to be 1st down and 10. So Fonda-Fultonville on their first offensive possession on the move after the Bulldogs stalled out on a great opportunity. Here's Pickering once again. Pickering looking to get to the outside. And again, he picks up positive yardage across the 30-yard line. Somebody's got their helmet lying on the field there. And that is the Bulldog players had to go pick up a helmet. It's going to be 3rd down and 4 coming up here. Wasink in the shotgun. He's going to roll out to pass. He'll throw. The receiver slipped and fell down. And that was Oathout. Actually, it was Sweet. number 4. Sweet's going to come out here to the near side along with Rose. In the backfield is Pickering with Wasink. He'll take the snap. A little bit of a delayed handoff. Breaks tackle, puts his head down. Very impressive run there as he was hit behind the line of scrimmage initially, but kept the legs moving, and a very impressive run there by Colin Pickering. Chase Henry on the tackle for the Bulldogs. Sweet's going to come out here to the right side, 2 receivers left. Pickering with Wasink in the backfield. Here's Pickering. He's inside the 20, down close to the 15. Picked up close to 5 yards on the play. Dylan Gallagher on the tackle for Cobleskill-Richmondville. We had Dylan on the show the other day. Was a very good guest to have on the show, and he was talking about trying to stop Colin Pickering, and he said they've got other guys as well, which they do, but right now it's been the Colin Pickering show. Here's a fake to Pickering. Wasink is going to take it himself, gets outside, gets down close to the 10-yard line and close to a first down. Flag down, it looks like, at the very end. And the initial indication is holding against the Valley Hawks, and that's going to cost them 10 yards. So a break here for the Bulldogs. If we can, we'll try to get some updates from that Granville Whitehall Hoosick Falls Tamarack game. Another very big game going on in Class C over in Class C East. So the ball is pushed back to about the 21-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 9 there for Cobleskill-Richmondville. Receiver wide to the left. Sweets here on the right side. Back to pass and incomplete. Not sure if it was tipped or not, but certainly Wasink was able to throw that ball at an odd angle, not the way he wanted to throw it because he had pressure coming from the right side. So 3rd down and 9 coming up. 5:32 to go. Clock stopped here first quarter. No score at Cobleskill-Richmondville High School. Rose going out to the left side. Sweet and Ohow are in the right side. They're going to keep it on the ground, and well defended that time by the Cobleskill-Richmondville defense. Pickering on the carry. He picked up about 4. It's going to bring up 4th and about 4 for Fonda-Fultonville. They'll go trips on that left side this time. Pickering in the backfield with Wasink. He'll take the snap. He'll roll back the pass. He throws. It's tipped and incomplete. And the Bulldogs come up with a big stop with 4:48 to go. That was huge because it looked like the Braves were going to go right down the field with Pickering and have a chance to put the first points of the evening on the board. Did I say Braves? I knew Braves was going to come out before the night was over. The Valley Hawks. I knew Braves was going to come out before the night was over. So the Bulldogs will go on offense, 1st down and 10. They'll work out of the shotgun here. Cernoskis. And it's a handoff on a sweep out to the left side. And there's a flag down. And it looks like it was Henry on the carry. And it's going to be holding on the Bulldogs. So that'll cost them 10 yards. So penalties have been an issue here in this first quarter for Cobleskill-Richmondville. So we'll see where they put it down. So they're going to put it down inside the 10-yard line. Looks like it's down around the 8. So first, they'll put it on the 7. So first down over here. They got 2 receivers to the left. One will go in motion, and they'll hand it to the motion man, a hole over the right side of the line. And that is Isaiah Butcher on the carry. And Butcher gets a nice chunk of yardage back, not quite back to the original line of scrimmage, but a couple of yards shy of there. It's going to be second down and 12 now coming up for the Bulldogs. You know, Coach Hantho was telling us how this was a young team, a lot of juniors, a lot of sophomores, and they had to grow up in a hurry. And you see right here, you know, just looking at the guys that have been handling the ball so far, Sanauskas is a junior, Butcher is a sophomore, Henry is a sophomore. So indeed, they are a young group. Here's a little middle screen, little short screen pass, breaking to the outside, some room to run up to the 30-yard line, knocked out of bounds. And that is Henry. Over there to knock him out of bounds is Oathout, number 7. But it's going to be a first down for the Bulldogs. So well designed, well executed there by Cobleskill-Richmondville. So they're going to put the ball down at about the 28-yard line. First down and 10, 3:36 to go here in the opening quarter. Eli Barr is going to go out to the right side. They're going to keep it on the ground this time. And up across the 35 is Henry again. One of the guys on the tackle there for Fonda-Fultonville was Colin Pickering. Sweet was also there. But a pickup of 7 on the play is going to be second down and 3 at the 35-yard line. The Bulldogs trying to get something going here on their third drive of the night. 3 downs and out on the first drive, and then picked up a fumble in Fonda-Fultonville territory after a punt. That drive stalled mainly because of penalties, and now trying to get things going here. Little counter play, and on the carry, it's going to be number 20. That is Landon Holslander. And Holslander has the first down at the 39-yard line. Nice little misdirection counter play there for the Bulldogs. And they pick up a first down at the 39-yard line. So first down and 10 here for the Bulldogs. We go under 2.5 minutes to go opening quarter. No score here on NYVT Media Sports. Glad to have you along with us here for our Friday night game of the week. Barr is going to come out here to the left side. Cernoskis out of the shotgun. He'll take the snap. Little bobble on the handoff. Luckily, they were able to hang on to it. And that's Henry on the carry. And not much there, if any. Looks like no gain on the play. So it's going to be second down and 10 here for the Bulldogs. I was just thinking what a beautiful place this is to watch a game when it's not pouring rain out and the windows getting covered like it was last year when we were here. And people were saying, we can't see the game. The window's covered with water. What would you like us to do? Yeah, that's what our plan was. Cernoskis under pressure, scrambles, gets up across the 40 to about the 41-yard line. A small gain on the play. Yeah, Dangle Eric, our producer and cameraman, out the window was one of our plans with a chamois. Third down and 8 coming up here for the Bulldogs at their own 41-yard line. We go under a minute to play. Opening quarter, no score. Coming out to the left side is going to be Barr. Also, Butcher. Henry's in the backfield with Cernoskis. Takes a snap, fakes, rolls out, looking, throws underneath. It's complete to Butcher. and butcher up to about the 45-yard line, knocked out of bounds there by number 5, Cohen Rose. But they're going to be about 3 yards short, and looks like Coach Antho will punt it away here. Well, they had success last time they punted it. Probably Sweet going back, unless they said, Sweet, you fumbled it last time. We're going to try somebody else, but we'll see. And the punter is Eli Barr for the Bulldogs. A couple of linebackers drop back like they're thinking maybe they're not going to punt it. And this is over the head and fumbled again. And this time out of bounds. And it was Henry Sweet back there once again. And Sweet once again having trouble handling the punt. Fortunately for him, it's going to go out of bounds. So the Valley Hawks are going to take it over 1st and 10. Looks like around the 22 or 23-yard line. 29.5 seconds to go here in the opening quarter. And we have no score in this battle of unbeaten teams, 6-0 versus 6-0, with the number 1 seed likely, barring any upsets down the stretch, on the line here in Class C West. So 1st down and 10. Wassink takes the snap, going to toss it left for Pickering. Pickering looking to get outside, but strung out pretty well there by the Bulldog defense. It's going to be a couple of yards on the play. Looks like 3 for Pickering. And it was really strung out well by Cobleskill-Richmondville. If you get Pickering running east and west, not north and south, that's what you want if you're the Bulldogs. And they did that on that play. Got out of bounds, though, stopping the clock. 22.6 seconds left here in the quarter. Sweet comes out to the right side. They got a receiver in the slot. It's a low snap. Wassink picks it up and gets it to Pickering. Pickering able to lunge to the 30-yard line, picked up a couple of more yards, and that's going to be the last play here of the first quarter as the clock will tick down. And that will do it for the first quarter here at Cobleskill-Richmondville High School on our NYVT Media Game of the Week. The Battle of the Unbeatens, Cobleskill-Richmondville nothing, Fonda nothing at the end of a quarter here. And let's take a look at some of the sponsors who helped to bring the game your way here tonight. From Cobleskill-Richmondville High School, such as Telescope Casual Furniture Manufacturing in Granville for over 100 years. Voted the ICFA Manufacturer of the Year in 2019, 2021, and 2022. Family-owned and operated business focusing on comfort, style, quality, and world-class customer service. That's Telescope Casual Furniture of Granville. And they are sponsors of the Telescope Furniture Broadcast Center. Also by Kelly Farm and Garden. Kelly Farm and Garden is proud to support youth sports in our community. Kelly Farm and Garden, where customers are treated like part of our family tree. That's Kelly Farm and Garden. So we head now to the second quarter. It's been evenly played. Cobleskill-Richmondville got the first break of the evening when Fonda-Fultonville fumbled a punt, and they recovered it in Valley Hawk territory, but penalties and a stiff effort by the Valley Hawk defense stopped that drive. And then it was the Valley Hawks driving down to about the 10-yard line before the Bulldog defense tightened up and stopped that scoring effort. So now we start things here, no score, second quarter. And Fonda-Fultonville has the ball at their own 29-yard line, and they are facing 3rd and close to 4. And Wassink, for the first time tonight, right underneath the center, takes a snap, hands it off, and very close to the first down. Different formation, same result as it was Pickering again. And he's got the first down. So it's going to be a first down for Fonda-Fultonville. Colin Pickering again on the carry, and the Bulldogs, as they expected, getting a steady dose of Colin Pickering tonight. Pickering on the season putting up some very big numbers for Fonda-Fultonville. And once again, Wassink is underneath the center. Takes a snap, hands to Pickering. And Pickering behind the offensive line is going to power his way up close to the 40-yard line. I do have some stats here on Pickering this year. He's got 786 yards on 102 carries coming in. He's found the end zone 17 times, according to this stat sheet. I saw one the other day. I thought it said he had 22, so you never know with stats. Either way, it's a lot of touchdowns. They'll keep it on the ground for Pickering once again. And once again, just slowly, methodically picking up a little yardage at a time for Fonda-Fultonville, using clock, grinding away. Pickering up to the 40-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and about 4 coming up here for the Valley Hawks. So nothing fancy so far by Fonda-Fultonville, just man-on-man power football right now, at least on this drive. And once again, Wasink is underneath the center on 3rd and 4. And once again, they'll hand it straight ahead. And they're going to be close to the first down. Once again, it's Pickering. I just took my time waiting for them to unpile on the rare chance maybe somebody else carried the ball on this drive for Fonda-Fultonville, but it was Pickering. I was waiting just to be sure. I wanted to give credit where credit was due. But 2 more yards picked up on the play. It's going to be 4th and 2, and it's early in the ball game and deep in your own, not deep in your own territory, but in your own territory to go for it on 4th down. But the Bulldogs aren't sending anybody back to receive a punt. And quite honestly, the Valley Hawks don't look interested in punting it. We'll see if they're just trying to draw them offside here. Wasink is underneath the center. They'll keep it on the ground, and they did not get there. The Bulldogs come up with a big stop on 4th down. And lo and behold, it was a different ball carrier. Joking about the fact that, will anybody else carry the ball? And indeed, somebody else did carry the ball, but they came up with a stop. So the Bulldogs will take over now in Fonda-Fultonville territory. 9:24 to go, 2nd quarter, no score. And they're going to throw it out in the flat, little middle screen type of place of running room. They've got about 12 or 13 yards. It's going to be a 1st down close to the 30-yard line. And it was Cernoskas throwing it out on the flat to Eli Barr, and Barr able to turn it upfield quickly, turn on the jets, and picked up about 13 yards. So they're going to put it down right on the 30-yard line or so. 1st down and 10 here. As we approach 9 minutes to play in the quarter, the Bulldogs have something going. They'll send 2 receivers out to the left side. Cernoskas will work out of the gun. He'll take the snap. They'll keep it on the ground. And not much there. Stacked up pretty quickly. And it was Butcher on the carry. Looks like he picked up a yard on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 9 at about the 29-yard line. Cernoskas getting the play from the sideline. And it's going to be 2nd down and 9 here for the Bulldogs. They'll send a receiver wide out here to the right side. That is Barr, who had that electrifying play on this drive. Butcher is going to go in motion. They're going to throw over the middle, and Barr makes the catch, fouls it, breaks the tackle on his feet, inside the 15, still on his feet, toward the pylon, and touchdown, Bulldogs. It's a 29-yard touchdown pass from Cernoskas to Barr. And the Bulldogs grab the lead. Comes with 7:53 to go in the 2nd quarter. Look very similar to the pass play they just ran on the other side of the field for the other pickup of yardage. They said, let's move the wide receiver Barr to the other side, come with the same play, and it was successful. Cernauskas to Barr for 29 yards. The extra point kick. And the kick by Barr is blocked. So the extra point attempt is no good. But as they come up the field, 7:53 to go here in the second quarter at Cobleskill-Richmondville High School, a 29-yard touchdown strike from Caden Cernauskas to Eli Barr, and it's 6-0 Cobleskill-Richmondville here on NYVT Media Sports. And we've got some great sponsors who help to bring high school football your way here every week on NYVT Media Sports, such as the Ravenna and Hoosick Valley Shop and Save supermarkets. And tonight's game brought to you by Ravenna Shop and Save and Hoosick Valley Shop and Save, your hometown grocery store where community comes first. And you can always count on Ravenna Shop and Save and Hoosick Valley Shop and Save to support our community's youth, both on and off the field. Stop in today, experience service with heart. That's Ravenna Shop and Save in Ravenna and Hoosick Valley Shop and Save in Scotticoke. Also by Hoagland Property Management and Commercial Residential Lawn and Landscaping Services, property transformations and snow removal of Granville, New York. Call 518-222-0018 for Hoagland Property Management of Granville, New York. So the return kickoff here, Barr has it on the tee. The Bulldogs with that 29-yard touchdown pass from Cernauskas to Barr. And now Barr with it on the tee, ready to send it back over to the Valley Hawks of Fonda-Fultonville. And here is the kick. It's a good kick. It's going to be taken at about the 15-yard line, 20, 25, 30. Lots of room. And a very nice return by Matt Oathout. And it was number 21, Ben Walrath. And that was a touchdown-saving tackle by Walrath. Big tackle there by Ben Walrath, the senior. So they'll put the ball down at the 35-yard line for Fonda-Fultonville. First down and 10, 6-0, the Bulldogs. 7:48 to go here in this opening quarter. They looked like they were going to have two receivers on the left. Now they'll send Oathout to the other side. Wassing back to pass. He throws underneath, and they pick up about 6 yards on the play. It was Oathout on the catch and run. Picked up 6. It'll be second down and 4. So quick little hitter over the middle. Rose comes out to the left side this time. Two receivers on the right for Wassing. Pickering next to him in the shotgun. They'll hand to Pickering, and they've got him behind the line of scrimmage, and he's trying to break away, but the Bulldogs are going to swarm to the ball. And among the guys that were there, Isaiah Butcher was there. Also, Landon Holslander among the Bulldogs in on the tackle. But somehow, Pickering able to still pick up yardage, and it's going to be third down and a yard. Great second effort there by Colin Pickering for Fonda-Fultonville. Third and a yard. They've got two receivers right, one to the left. Wassing now looks over to the bench. He'll take the snap, hand off inside for Pickering, and he's up close to midfield. In there on the play, Cam Jackson was also in on the play, but Colin York as well. So it's a pickup of a yard, but enough for the first down. First down and 10. Picked up maybe 2, actually. Out of the shotgun, here's Wassing. He had trips to the right. He throws, and it's caught, breaks a tackle up across the 40 to about the 39-yard line. And that looked like it was Rose over there that time. Cohen Rose, number 5. And it is a first down for Fonda-Fultonville coming up on 6 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Wasink once again out of the shotgun, hands for Pickering. Pickering puts his head down, barrels through a couple of defenders, would-be tacklers, gets inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. You know, Pickering's one of those guys, he's going to get his yards, that's obvious. But your hope is if you're Ed Hantho and the Bulldogs, limit him getting into the end zone. So far, they've been able to do that. They throw out in the flat this time for Oathout, and he's going to be brought down at about the 32-yard line. More positive yardage on the play. 68 was there. That is Dylan Gallagher. Cam Jackson was also in on the play for the Bulldogs. And it's going to be 3rd down and a long 2 coming up here for the Valley Hawks. Wasink from the shotgun takes a snap, hands off to Pickering, and Pickering down to about the 25-yard line. He's got the 1st down. You see the read option there from Wasink. You see the delay in giving the ball to Pickering. And what he's doing right there is he's reading probably the defensive end, but he's got reads that he's got, and it's a matter of whether he's going to hold on to it or give to Pickering. And this time there was no read option. It was Pickering all the way, and coming up and making a great tackle there was number 28 for the Bulldogs, and that was Chase Henry. And about a yard pickup on the play. It's going to be 2nd down and 9 with 4:35 to go before halftime. 6-0 Bulldogs. One nice play there by Henry. Rose is to the left side this time. In the slot, they've got Oathout. Pickering back there in the backfield with Wasink. He'll take the snap, hand to Pickering. They had a chance to get him behind the line of scrimmage, but he is just such a powerful there. But he just used his strength and power to get down inside the 20-yard line. It's going to be about 3rd and 4 coming up here from about the 19. We wonder 4 minutes to play in the half. Pickering, just such a powerful runner. So once again, 2 receivers to the left. That is Rose and Oathout and Cobleskill-Richmondville. Coach Ed Hantho wants to talk it over. We've got 3:44 to go here before halftime. Our score, Cobleskill-Richmondville 6, Fonda-Fultonville nothing. This is our Friday night game of the week on NYVT Media Sports. And tonight's game is brought to you by Skeene Valley Group Insurance and Real Estate with offices in Whitehall, Granville, and Cambridge. Make just one call for all your insurance and real estate needs. 518-948-2928. For Skeene Valley Group Insurance and Real Estate, offices in Whitehall, Granville, and Cambridge. Game day or any day, dinner is solved at Indulge Pizza, your place for pizza, wings, subs, salads, and so much more. Something for everyone. Dine in, take out, or get delivery with DoorDash. Call 518-345-5300. Open Thursday through Monday. Find them online or on Facebook for more details. That's Indulge Pizza of Granville. 3:44 to go before the half. 3rd down and 4 coming up for Fonda-Fultonville. They're at the Bulldog 19-yard line. The Bulldogs with a 6-0 lead. And it's going to be Wasink out of the shotgun. 2 receivers left. That is Rose and Oathout. Looks like Sweet is to the right side. Pickering is in the backfield. He'll take the snap, give to Pickering. Big hole on the right side. Gets down near the 15. And it's going to be a 1st down for Fonda-Fultonville. So they've got the ball up to about the 16-yard line now. Once again, Rose and Oathout coming to the left. It's at the 14-yard line, 1st down and 10. Pickering out of the shotgun, or Wasink out of the shotgun. Hands for Pickering. Pickering heading toward the 10. He's going to be stacked up at about the 11. A swarming defense there as Gallagher trots back on for the Bulldogs. So 2:50 to go before halftime. 6-point lead. Oathout goes out wide to the right. Out of the shotgun. Wassing's going to fake this time, keep it himself. And the Bulldogs were ready for that. They stayed home well. One of the things you got to worry about on the play like that, if you're Coach Hantho, is the defense biting on that fake to Pickering because they're so used to Pickering getting the ball. But they did a nice job of staying home on that play. Little or no gain there. It's going to be 3rd down and about 7 coming up for Fonda-Fultonville as we approach 2 minutes to go in the half. Football on the 11-yard line. Pickering with the handoff, and they're going to stack him up. Great job, the penetration up front by the Bulldogs. And the previous down was a big down, and this one even bigger. As no gain on the play, it's going to be 4th down and 7 from the Bulldog 11-yard line. We go down toward a minute and a half to go before the break. Looks like they're going to let the play clock run down and take a timeout here, shorten up this second quarter, and then decide what they want to do on 4th and 7. Yeah, they're going to let this play clock run down, use a timeout with a minute 11 to go, and discuss. I don't know what they have for a field goal kicker here. It would be a fairly long kick as far as high school goes, unless you've got a really good kicker. But they're going to discuss that right now. And while they're doing that, this is our game of the week here on NYVT Media Sports, brought to you by Lake Champlain Coal Company.
It's Kelly Fun.
Right. And yeah, they are not our play. They're usually our play of the game sponsor, but tonight it's a different sponsor on the game. But Lake Champlain Coal Company, your local fuel supplier, fuel oil, propane, kerosene at the pump, making warm friends for 5 generations. That's the Lake Champlain Coal Company. And yes, we do. We have a different player of the game sponsor tonight. And as I said, glad to have it. It is Kelly Farm and Garden, proud to support youth sports in our community. Kelly Farm and Garden, where customers are treated like part of our family tree. Kelly Farm and Garden tonight is our player of the game sponsor. And glad to have them. They also sponsored our 1st and 10 program this week. So glad to have Kelly Farm and Garden on as our player of the game sponsor. A minute 11 to go. They're going to go for it. 4th down and 7. Very big play in this football game here in the first half. Wassink goes back to pass. Throws over the middle. He's got a man wide open. Touchdown. And we are tied at 6. And it was on the catch, Henry Sweet, and that ties the game at 6. It's an 11-yard strike from Wassink to Sweet, and they will come on to try the extra point kick. So the extra point kick attempt to give Fonda-Fultonville the lead, and the kick is up. And the kick is good, and the kicker is number 8. That's Sam Huckins. So it is an 11-yard touchdown pass from Wassink to Sweet, and the conversion kick by Huckins. And as they come up the field, a minute 7 to go here in the first half, it is Fonda-Fultonville 7 and Cobleskill-Richmondville 6. And tonight's game is being brought to you by Telescope Casual Furniture Manufacturing in Granville for over 100 years. Voted the ICFA Manufacturer of the Year in 2019, 2021, and 2022. Family-owned and operated business focusing on comfort, style, quality, and world-class customer service. That's Telescope Casual Furniture of Granville, our sponsors of the Telescope Furniture Broadcast Center. Also, Kelly Farm and Garden. Kelly Farm and Garden, proud to support youth sports in our community. Kelly Farm and Garden, where customers are treated like part of their family tree. Kelly Farm and Garden is our Player of the Game award sponsor this evening here for Cobleskill-Richmondville versus Fonda-Fultonville. This big battle of unbeaten teams here. So we've got 1:07 to go in the half. Both teams have found the end zone. Cam Jackson is going back to receive. Looks like Isaiah Butcher also back there. The kick from Huckins. It's going to be short. It's going to be taken by Barr. Barr at the 35 to the 40, brought down to the 40-yard line. Looks like on the hit for Fonda-Fultonville was number 17, Gavin Fernandez. And in the first quarter, at the end of the first quarter, in Hoosick Falls, it is Hoosick Falls, Tamarack 7, Granville, Whitehall nothing. So that's a big game over in the Class C East Division. So right now the Wildcats of Hoosick Falls, Tamarack leading GW 7-0 at the end of the first quarter. Here, 7-6, Fonda-Fultonville. And 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line for the Bulldogs. They'll fake the handoff, go back to pass. They've got a man wide open, and it's going to be short of the intended receiver. As Cernauskas had Isaiah Butcher wide open. If they are able to connect, Butcher might be gone. So the ball now at the 39-yard line is where it was, and 58.3 seconds to go after that incomplete pass. And we have 2nd down and 10 for the Bulldogs, trying to strike and take the lead back here before halftime. Barr and Butcher out to the left side. And now in motion goes Henry. And now taking off on the run is Cernauskas. And he's able to get across the 40 to about the 43-yard line, it looks like. Picked up about 4 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 6. And out of bounds, stops the clock. So we'll see what the Bulldogs draw up here on 3rd down and 6. Trying to keep this drive alive. Not have to give the ball back to the Valley Hawks before the break here. So 3rd down and 6. Cernauskas looking over to the sideline, making sure they've got things straight. It looks like Cam Jackson, Eli Barr, wide out on the left side. Butcher was in the backfield. He goes in motion. Cernauskas forced to run. He's got the 45. There's a flag down. They might have gotten a face mask. And he gets up to midfield. It looked like they got the face mask of Cernauskas. And that's going to tack on more yardage and really give the Bulldogs a shot here with 44.7 to go in the half. It is face mask against Fonda-Fultonville. So from the 49, it's not the personal foul variety, evidently. Just a grab and let go, not a grab and twist. So only a 5-yard gain on that. So it's going to be to the 44-yard line, 1st and 10. And once again, Cam Jackson, Eli Barr out to the left side. Butcher is going to join Cernauskas in the backfield here. Butcher goes in motion. Cernauskas going back to pass, going deep. Got the man out there. Just overthrew Jackson down inside the 10. So it's going to be incomplete. I like the taking a shot there, though, late in the half. You still got 2nd down and 10 here. That was nothing tricky, just a straight go pattern by Cam Jackson. And he beat the defender. And that's the 2nd time they've beaten the secondary of the Valley Hawks. So if they connect, they can score on one of these big pass plays because it's been proven that they can get guys open against this secondary of the Valley Hawks. Going to go with a little counter play here. Big room to run, 40, 35, and stacked up just shy of the 30. But some nice positive yardage there picked up. That's Landon Holslander. And the Dogs are going to take a timeout here with 30.8 seconds to go. But they are on the drive. They have got it first down and 10 at the 32-yard line of Fonda-Fultonville. And right now, let's talk about some of the sponsors helping to bring the NYVT Media Game of the Week your way here this week. And one of the sponsors is Ravenna Shop and Save Supermarket and Hoosick Valley Shop and Save Supermarket. And Ravenna Shop and Save and Hoosick Valley Shop and Save are your hometown grocery stores where community comes first. You can always count on Ravenna Shop and Save and Hoosick Valley Shop and Save to support our community's youth, both on and off the field. Stop in today and experience service with heart. Ravenna Shop and Save of Ravenna and Hoosick Valley Shop and Save of Schaghticoke. Also by Hoagland Property Management and commercial residential lawn and landscaping services, property transformations, and snow removal of Granville, New York, 518-222-0018 for Hoagland Property Management. First and 10 Bulldogs at the 32-yard line of Fonda-Fultonville, and they'll hand off to Butcher, and he's going to option it for Chase Henry, and nobody fooled for Fonda-Fultonville, as they had that play read very, very well. They handed off to Butcher, who ran the option and made the pitch to Henry, but Fonda-Fultonville was all over it. And it's going to be second, about 13, it looks like here, for the Bulldogs. And 18.9 seconds to go before halftime. 7-6 Fonda-Fultonville. They had an 11-yard touchdown pass from Wasink to Sweet for their touchdown, and a 29-yard strike from Cernauskas to Eli Barr for the Bulldogs. And that's where we're at. The difference right now is a blocked extra point. So it's going to be second down and 13. No, wait. Cernauskas back to pass, rolling right. Barr with a little hook and go. Now Cernauskas is going to tuck it under and run. Going to be thrown out of bounds down around the 30-yard line. And on the play was Colton Hesh for Fonda-Fultonville. 10.9 seconds to go here before halftime. And they're going to put it down at the 31-yard line. So third down and 12 here. 10.9. Yeah, I agree. Closer to third and 9. I don't know why they said that over there. 12, they said.
I know.
So two receivers to the right. Cernauskas back to pass, throws high. It's incomplete, trying to go to Butcher over the middle on the deep slant. So clock stops, 7.2 to go. 4th and 9 at the 31-yard line. Yeah. This may or may not be the last play before halftime. We'll see. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So the Bulldogs come out of the huddle. Barr comes out to the right side, and the slot is Butcher. Yeah. Lined up over on the left end is Cam Jackson. Now Butcher goes in motion. Cernauskas to pass, throws over the middle looking for Barr, and it's too far. And clock stop with 1.2 to go. Rose was back there on the defense coverage for Fonda-Fultonville, and I would expect here that Fonda-Fultonville will take a knee and we'll go to halftime 7-6 with 1.2 seconds left on the clock.
Exactly.
So they are in the kneel down formation, and they will take a knee on the snap to Wasink. And that'll get us to halftime here at Cobleskill-Richmondville High School. On NYVT Media Sports, our score at halftime is the Bulldogs trailing by a point. It's Fonda-Fultonville 7 and Cobleskill-Richmondville 6 as the teams trot to the locker room here. Recapping the scoring real quick. It was Cobleskill-Richmondville taking the 6-0 lead on a 29-yard touchdown pass from Cernoskis to Barr that came with 7:53 to go in the second quarter. And then Fonda-Fultonville answers as they get the 11-yard touchdown strike from Wasink to Sweet. Their extra point kick was good. And that has been the scoring here in the first half. As we go to halftime, our score, Fonda-Fultonville 7, Cobleskill-Richmondville 6. We'll be back for the second half in about 15 minutes or so. This is our Friday night game of the week on NYVT Media Sports. And welcome back, everybody, to Cobleskill-Richmondville High School. Keith Harrington along with the call of this big Class C West matchup here with first place on the line, the number one seed in Class C West for the Class C sectionals on the line. We've got a good one going here as we get ready to start the third quarter. It is Fonda-Fultonville 7, Cobleskill-Richmondville 6. A 29-yard touchdown pass from Caden Cernauskas for Cobleskill-Richmondville to Eli Barr. The extra point kick was blocked, and an 11-yard touchdown pass for Fonda-Fultonville from Braden Wassink to Henry Sweet. The extra point kick was good, and that's where we're at now as we get ready to start the third quarter. On the scoreboard out of town, it is Hoosick Falls 13, Granville Whitehall 8. That game is at halftime in Hoosick Falls. Hoosick Falls Tamarack leading 13-8 over Granville Whitehall. That game at the half. 20-yard lines where this kick's going to be taken. On the return, it's going to be Ohout. Ohout's got room. He's across the 50, 45-40 down the right sideline. One man to beat. And they are not going to get him. He's going to go the distance for the touchdown. That's Matt Oathout. And he is going to run the opening kickoff of the second half, 80 yards. And it is Fonda-Fultonville now up 13-6. And what a return by Oathout. Once he got through that first line and he turned on the Jets, he had one man to beat. So it's an 80-yard run from Oathout on the kickoff here in the third. And now the extra point try coming up here for Sam Huckins. And Huckins with the kick. And it is up, and it is good. So 11:46 to go here in the third quarter, and an 80-yard kickoff return to start the second half for Fonda-Fultonville by Matt Oathout. And that makes our score after the extra point kick now Fonda-Fultonville 14 and Cobleskill-Richmondville 6. This is our Friday night game of the week on NYVT Media Sports, brought to you by Telescope Casual Furniture, manufacturing in Granville for over 100 years. Voted the ICFA Manufacturer of the Year in 2019, 2021, and 2022. A family-owned and operated business focusing on comfort, style, quality, and world-class customer service. That is Telescope Casual Furniture of Granville. They're sponsors of our Telescope Furniture Broadcast Center, where we broadcast each and every game from here on NYVT Media Sports. The game also brought to you by Kelly Farm and Garden, proud to support youth sports in their community. Kelly Farm and Garden, where customers are treated like part of our family tree. Kelly Farm and Garden, our sponsor of tonight's Player of the Game Award. And Mr. Oathout just put himself in that category with an 80-yard kick return to ignite Fonda-Fultonville. And Huckins had it on the tee, and now it's off the tee. So Huckins will have the official come in. They'll put it back on the tee. Eli Barr is back, along with Cam Jackson, I believe, or is it? It possibly could be. Looks like it might be Isaiah Butcher back there as the other return man. And it's going to be taken and up across the 30 to the 35. And on the return, that was Cam Jackson. So is Jackson back there along with Butcher. And pretty good field position to start things out. Now, the good thing, a couple of good things here for Cobleskill-Richmondville. First of all, you're still only down one score. And second of all, it happened so fast, only 17 seconds are gone off the clock for the second half. So still plenty of time up there for the Bulldogs. They'll keep it on the ground, and the handoff to Chase Henry, and he is stuffed at the line of scrimmage and shoved backwards. And they're going to lose about 4 yards on the play. It's going to be second down and 14. Football back at the 35-yard line. Nose of it right on the 35. But a big play there as the Fonda-Fultonville defense was like running into a brick wall there. It was number 69, Ashton Corona, that was on the play. So second and 14, back to pass. Karnauskas, and he gets it out in the flat. Some room down the right sideline. Good pickup across midfield into Fonda-Fultonville territory. And that is going to be Landon Holzlander. So a nice positive play after a negative yardage play for the Bulldogs. And they've got the ball down at the 45-yard line. So they picked up 20 on the play. It's going to be first down and 10 at the Fonda-Fultonville 45-yard line. Barr goes out wide to the left side. Looks like Butcher's in the slot over there. Cernauskas out of the shotgun, throws, and he's got Barr. Barr breaks a tackle, dives, and he's close to the first down marker. So Caden Cernauskas with a nice pass out there for Barr, and they are close to the first down. Looks like they're going to say it is a first down. Head referee is telling them to move the chains down the field. So the Bulldogs look like they made some nice adjustments in the locker room. And although the second half didn't start the way they wanted with the 80-yard touchdown run from Oathout, the Bulldogs moving the ball well here on this first possession for them of the third quarter. They got a receiver out to the right side here. Another one lined up in the slot. They're going to hand it off to Henry. Henry with a little stutter step, waited for the hole to develop, and ends up getting across the 35-yard line up to about the 31. So picked up about 4, I think, on the play, maybe 5. Looks like 5. It's going to be second down and 5 coming up here for the Bulldogs. So a nice job there by the sophomore, Chase Henry. He took some time, hesitated, waited for the blocking to develop, waited for the hole to open, and then able to pick up 5 yards on the play. So second down and 5. Receiver to the left, receiver to the right on this near side. It looks like that is Barr. Cernauskas back to pass, throws underneath, got a man, it's complete. And it looks like on the catch was Landon Holzlander. And it's enough for another first down inside the 25-yard line. So first down and 10, the Bulldogs have gone to the quick drop. Get rid of the ball quickly for Cernauskas. And it's being very successful here. First down and 10 at the Fonda-Fultonville 23-yard line. High snap. Here is Henry. And Henry's going to barrel his way down inside the 20. Looks like he picked up about 4 yards on the play. It'll be about second, maybe 5. Looks like 4. Second down and 6. Just inside the 20-yard line. So the Bulldogs trying to answer here. 8:15 to go. They trailed 7-6 at the half here in the third quarter. The opening kickoff run back by Fonda-Fultonville by Matt Oathout. But now the Bulldogs trying to respond here. They've got second down and 6 at the 19-yard line. High snap. And doing the wise thing is Caden Cernauskas just going back and getting on top of it. And even though it's not what you wanted to happen, they maintained possession of the football because of the smart play there by Cernauskas, as he went back and pounced on it and saved what could have been disaster. So they'll put the football down at about the 32-yard line. They've got to get almost to the 10. So they'll bring out Barr to the right side. Cernauskas is going to roll that way. He's looking. Butcher trying to go deep. He's looking for Butcher. There's contact. They got their feet tangled up, but no flag. Looks like it maybe was uncatchable and out of bounds anyway. So it's going to be 4th down now and about 20 from the 32-yard line. But the fact that the ball was overthrown and that they were close to the sideline and probably couldn't come down with it inbounds anyway negates any thoughts of pass interference there. 7 minutes exactly left in the third quarter. 14-6 Valley Hawks. And we've got 4th and about 20 coming up here. 2 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. And once again, Cernauskas out of the shotgun. He goes back to pass. He's looking. He's got plenty of time. Now it breaks down. Now he's got to throw just to get rid of it. It's going to be incomplete over on the far sideline. So Fonda-Fultonville doing exactly what they wanted to do here to start the third quarter. They run back the opening kickoff to increase their lead, and then they get a stop on the first Cobleskill-Richmondville possession. And now they get to go back on offense. So things working out according to plan right now for the Valley Hawks. So they're going to take over at their own 32-yard line. Rose comes out here, is actually trips on the left side. Rose, Sweet, and Oathout. Pickering in the backfield with Wasink. Wasink out of the shotgun. We did see him go under center for one drive. He'll hand off here to Pickering. Pickering with room across the 35, across the 40. Picked up about 8 yards, it looks like, on the play. It'll be 2nd down and short coming up for Fonda-Fultonville. We'll try to get an update on that Granville-Whitehall-Hoosick Falls game when we get the opportunity. It was 13-8 at the half in favor of the Wildcats. Another big game going on in Class C tonight over in the Eastern Division. 2nd and short here for the Valley Hawks. They'll keep it on the ground for Pickering. Pickering got up to the line of scrimmage. They had a chance to get him in the backfield, but did not. He's up close to the first down marker. It looks like a yard short. It's going to be 3rd down and a yard from the 41-yard line. We go under the halfway point here of the third quarter at 8-point lead for Fonda-Fultonville. Wasink takes a snap, hands to Pickering. I don't think that was a secret to anybody on that 3rd and short play, and he bangs his way across the 45 to about the 47 or 48-yard line. Looks like about the 48. It'll be a 1st down and 10 for Fonda-Fultonville. And this is key here, is every time that they get a new set of downs, it's taking time off the clock that the Bulldogs won't have time for, many possessions here in this second half. And if they can extend it to a 2-score game, that's going to make it even more difficult with these long time-consuming drives. Here's Pickering, started inside, tried to pop outside. Well strung out there by the Bulldog defense on that play. Not much of a gain, if any. Very well played by the defense of the Bulldogs. No gain on the play. It's going to be 2nd down and 10. Football at the 48-yard line of the Valley Hawks. They lead 14-6. They'll send 2 receivers to this side of the field, 1 to the right. Pickering in the backfield with Wasink. He'll go back to pass. He will throw for Rose, and they're going to say it's incomplete. Rose catching it at about the 47-yard line of the Bulldogs. And it's going to bring up 3rd down and 10. So a big defensive play coming up here for Cobleskill-Richmondville. The ball at the 48-yard line of Fonda-Fultonville. 3rd down and 10. 4:34 to go third quarter, 14-6. Valley Hawks, they've got trips on the left side this time. Pickering in the backfield with Wasink. Wasink fakes to Pickering, goes back to pass, has pressure, throws down the middle, and throws too high. The intended receiver was Henry Sweet. It's going to be incomplete. It'll bring up 4th down and 10. And Fonda-Fultonville will have to punt it away. So a nice stop there by the Bulldogs. 4:29 to go third quarter. They're going to get the football back here, down 8. So a big stop there. So here's the punt. Heavy pressure, almost blocked. May have gotten a piece of it. And here's the return for Barr. Barr 30-35 and brought down there. And it was Sweet on the tackle. So it's going to be first down for the Bulldogs. They'll start at their own 35-yard line. So down 8. See if they can put together a drive here. So first down and 10, Bulldogs, their own 35-yard line. Out of the shotgun is Cernowskis. Going to keep it on the ground. And a nice run there by Chase Henry. Henry across the 40 to the 41-yard line. Looks like he picked up about 6. It's going to be second down and 4 for the Bulldogs. And they had a great drive going on their last drive, and then suddenly it stalled when they got down close to the red zone. So they have found something where they can move the football here as we go under 4 minutes to play in the third quarter. It's just a matter of cashing it in with points and sustaining the drive and finishing the drive. They'll fake the handoff here. Slant over the middle. Oh, he was wide open. Just couldn't haul it in. Eli Barr just had to come out of the hands. And he was gone if he's able to hold on to that one. And it was fired in there nicely by Cernowskis. But it's going to be third down and 4 coming up here from the 41-yard line. And we were talking up here. Everybody's been talking up here in the booth. It's a 14-6 game. They've had what should be potentially 3 touchdown passes in this ball game that didn't connect. They'll keep it on the ground. Chase Henry on the carry. Not much there. Got about a yard on the play. It's going to be 4th and 3. And we'll see if they're going to go for it here. But it looks like Cernowskis is coming to the sideline. It would be a very risky gamble to go for it in that situation. So going back to receive is, I believe, Henry Sweet. Standing at about the 30-yard line. We approach 3 minutes to go. We're at 3 minutes to go now. High snap. Barr had to go up and get it, but it ended up being a good kick. Sweet wisely is going to get away with it, away from it, I should say. Not like in the first quarter where he should have gotten away from it and did not. And fortunately for Fonda-Fultonville, Cobleskill-Richmondville not able to score on that possession. And the football is going to be at the 21-yard line, first down and 10 for the Valley Hawks. 2:47 to go, third quarter here at Cobleskill-Richmondville. It's 14-6. The Valley Hawks with the lead. Both teams unbeaten, 6-0 on the season, and the number 1 seed in Class C West on the line. Sweet will go out to the right side. Looks like Rose here in the left side. Oh, how slot right. Out of the shotgun, Wasink. Hands off to Pickering, and they've got him behind the line of scrimmage, but he just never gives up on a run. He just keeps working. You know, I'm sure there's other players that people can think of, but I go back to, kind of aging myself here, but the great 49er Roger Craig. The one thing you always heard announcers say is the legs keep turning. I remember hearing John Madden say Roger Craig keeps the legs turning, and he's kind of a Roger Craig type runner. Here's a toss to the right. They got a chance to get in behind the line of scrimmage. Breaks free down the right sidelines. Got 10, got the first down. Barrels his way across the 35. So Pickering with another big run. And it's going to be first down and 10, 2:02 to go, third quarter. Clock running. 14-6. Fonda-Fultonville. They ran the opening kickoff back of the third quarter. Matt Oathout from 80 yards out. Two receivers to the left, one to the right. Wasink out of the shotgun, calls the signals, takes the snap, hands for Pickering. And again, they've got him at or behind the line of scrimmage, but he's just able to always find a way to pick up positive yardage. You know, we talk about Roger Craig, I guess the guy you'd maybe compare him to currently that everybody's talking about like that is Cam Scattaboo for the Giants. You know, hit him behind the line of scrimmage. He's got 5 yards before and block. Now, we haven't had to see Pickering block because he carries the ball on a very high percentage of the plays, but Scattaboo will take a defensive lineman or a linebacker and put him 10 yards downfield. Pick up a 3 on the play, second down, and we'll call it 2. We'll call it second down and 8 at the 37 here. Wasink once again for Pickering, and he bangs and stumbles and just keeps his balance and gets up to the 45-yard line and another first down. You know, they're not doing anything fancy here. It's just line up, block man on man, and give it to number 9. That's pretty much the strategy here. And he'll take a run that should have been a 2-yard loss and turn it into a 5 or 6-yard gain, just with power and strength. First down and 10 at the 45-yard line of the Valley Hawks. Toss sweep to the right side. And once again, it's Pickering. And he gets up to about the 48-yard line, it looks like. Picked up 3. It'll be second down at about 7, and that's going to do it for the third quarter. 3 quarters of play in the books here at Cobleskill-Richmondville High School. Is a very brisk third quarter of action. At the end of 3, our score, Fonda-Fultonville 14, Cobleskill-Richmondville 6. And this is our Friday night game of the week on NYVT Media Sports, brought to you by Ravenna Shop and Save and Hoosick Valley Shop and Save, your hometown grocery store where community comes first. You can always count on Ravenna Shop and Save and Hoosick Valley Shop and Save to support your community's youth, both on and off the field. Stop in today and experience service with heart. Ravenna Shop and Save in Ravenna and Hoosick Valley Shop and Save in Scotticoke. Also by Hoagland Property Management, commercial and residential lawn and landscaping services, property transformations, and snow removal in Granville, New York. Call 518-222-0018 for Hoagland Property Management of Granville. And it's looking like, you know, the guys over in the radio booth next door were saying we might see you back here in a few weeks for a playoff game. Well, if Granville Whitehall should lose to Hoosick Valley, to Hoosick Falls Tamarack, excuse me, and this score stays the way it is, it will be Granville Whitehall right here in a couple of weeks, because that would make the Bulldogs the 2 seed in the West and Granville Whitehall the 3rd seed in the East, potentially. And, yeah, they could end up meeting right here. But the Bulldogs aren't ready to concede that right now, and I'm sure over at that other game, Granville Whitehall's not either. Still plenty of time in this one as we start the fourth quarter.
We only have the halftime.
No update.
See any reports from the ground.
So it's still 13-8 as far as we know in Hoosick Falls. Hoosick Falls Tamarack over Granville Whitehall. Here it's 14-6 Fonda-Fultonville. And a blitz coming, and they've got Wasink, and he goes down. And coming on the blitz originally was Butcher, and then Colin York also there. So that's going to be a big loss of yardage. It's going to be 3rd and long here, back across the 40 to the 38-yard line. They've got to get to the 45. So big 3rd down play for the Bulldog defense coming up here. And they're going to throw it out on the flat for a little bit of a screen pass. And that is Oathout. And Oathout gets it down the left sideline across midfield, or to about midfield, close enough where Fonda-Fultonville may decide to go for it here on 4th down. So it's going to be 4th and close to 5 from right about midfield, just across midfield, the 49-yard line. Looks like Fonda-Fultonville will kick it away, which is the wise decision. But, you got across, midfield with that play. You might have been at least teasing the idea. And good pressure up the middle. They almost got that one. Butcher is going to let it roll. It's going to go out of bounds down near the 20-yard line. Looks like about the 18. 10:34 to go in the ball game. 14-6. And Cobleskill-Richmondville needs a drive. They need a score and a 2-point conversion here. The Bulldogs have moved the ball at times pretty well between the 20s, but have had drives stalled out as that Fonda-Fultonville defense has kind of been bend but don't break here at times.
Shifted again.
And at the end of the third quarter over at Hoosick Falls, it's Hoosick Falls Tamarack 20, Granville Whitehall 16. So they've got a good one going in a big game over in Class C East. And here the Bulldogs will keep it on the ground. And that looks like it was Chase Henry once again. And it was stopped immediately. Lost a yard even, looks like. Second, about 11 coming up here for the Bulldogs. From back at the 17-yard line, their own 17. So they'll send out, it looks like Cam Jackson over to the right side. Butcher's here on the left. Srnauskas will work out of the shotgun. Butcher goes in motion. And they'll keep it on the ground running against the motion. And again, it's Henry. And he's across the 25 to about the 27-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and about 7 coming up for the Bulldogs, maybe 6. Looks like about 6. So big play coming up here in the ball game as they've got a 3rd and 6 here from the 22-yard line. And they need a first down to keep this drive going here with 9 minutes to go, down 8 points. So Srnauskas will work out of the shotgun. Back to pass. Throws and complete right at about the marker. It's going to depend on the spot of forward progress. And looks like he got knocked back, but they're going to give him the forward progress and the first down. And on the catch, that was Cam Jackson. So a nice rocket of a pass there by Srnauskas. Jackson with the catch, just what the Bulldogs needed. So first down and 10 at the 30-yard line, 8:33 to go, 14-6. Fonda-Fultonville. Eli Barr comes out to the left side. Butcher's in the slot. Shotgun for Srnauskas. And he's going to run it himself this time. He's got running room. And it's going to close up in a hurry, but he's going to be yanked down at about the 37-yard line, but had some good running room at first. Just about to the 40, to the 37, I should say. Picked up about 6 yards, 2nd down and 4 or so coming up. The Bulldogs looking to put together a drive here midway through this 4th quarter. They need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. And the way this quarter has been moving along with long drives, they're not going to get many opportunities here. They got to cash it in. On 2nd down, they'll keep it on the ground, straight ahead, up to about the 40. And it's going to be, it looks like Henry on the carry. So Chase Henry gets it up to the 40-yard line, just shy of the 40. It's going to be third and 1 coming up. They have 4th over on the marker over there. That's why I was concerned. But I'm sure it's third down. It says fourth over across the field. I thought it was third. And here's the handoff and a loss of yardage on the play. No, it was definitely third down. They had it wrong on the marker, I believe. The crowd's yelling it was third down. We thought it was third down. The radio guys next door thought it was third down. Everybody here thought it was third down. The crowd's yelling it was third down. We had third down on the board. Did I miss a pass? I don't know. The radio booth next door was saying third down as well. You can hear them here through the wall. They're going to keep it on the ground, and they'll run it up to the 35-yard line. So it's going to be a 2-yard pickup on the play by Pickering. It's going to be second down and 8. 6:20 to go. The football up at about the 35-yard line, just across the 35. Bulldogs need a big stop right here. And timeout's going to be called by Fonda-Fultonville. 6:02 to go in the ball game. And it's Fonda-Fultonville 14, Cobleskill-Richmondville 6. With the timeout on the field, this is our Friday night game of the week on NYVT Media Sports. Let's go to our sponsors here. Game day or any day, dinner is solved at Indulge Pizza. Your place for pizza, wings, subs, salads, and so much more. Something for everyone. Dine in, take out, or get delivery with DoorDash. Call 518-345-5300. Open Thursday through Monday. Find us online or on Facebook for more details. That's Indulge Pizza of Granville. Also by Lake Champlain Coal Company, your local fuel supplier. Fuel oil, propane, kerosene at the pump, making warm friends for 5 generations. That's Lake Champlain Coal Company. And don't forget, coming up after the game, we'll be announcing our player of the game, brought to you by Kelly Farm and Garden. Glad to have them on board with us for the first time this year. Sponsored our 1st and 10 show the other day. And now with us for the game tonight and for our player of the game award, yet to be determined. Second down and about 9 here, call it 8. And they're going to keep it on the ground for Pickering. No big surprise there. Flags down in the neighborhood of holding. And that's exactly what it's going to be. So that's going to cost Fonda-Fultonville 10 yards. Helpful to the Bulldog effort. So holding on the Valley Hawks. This is pretty much your ball game right here. They need to get a stop, and then they've got to go down and get a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So it's going to be 2nd and 18 for the Valley Hawks from the 44-yard line. Rose goes out wide to the left side, tight formation on this side. Wasik takes the snap, hands off. Pickering goes right at the strong side and gets up over the 40 before he's knocked out of bounds here on the near sideline. Landon Holzlander was there. Also, Landon and Logan both there, actually, on that play. There's a Holzlander family gathering over here on Colin Pickering. So it's going to be 3rd down and 8 coming up here. They'll send a receiver out wide to the left side. That is Michael Jacobs. They'll keep it on the ground for Pickering. Pickering looking for space. They're going to pile him up across the 35. So it's going to be 4th down. Clock down to 4:25 to go in the football game. 14-6. Fonda-Fultonville. And it is 4th and about 6 right here. At this point in time, this is the biggest play of the ball game. 4th and 6 at the 32-yard line. Fonda-Fultonville gets a 1st down here. They've got more time to run clock. Bulldogs need a stop down 8 points to get the ball back and try to go down and get a score and a 2-point conversion to tie the football game here. So this is a very, very big play. They're using every bit of the play clock here.
Will they get a 5-yard penalty?
And they're going to take a timeout right before the play clock winds down. So we'll keep it right here. Instead of reading our sponsors here, last we knew it was 20-16, Hoosick Falls Tamarack over Granville Whitehall in a big game over in Class C East Division. The winner of that, likely the 2 seed, and will get a home game. And the loser of that will be fighting for their playoff lives next week. I know Granville Whitehall will be back at home at Sam Eppolito Field in Granville. We'll have that game as that'll be against Waterville Heatley. And that would be a must-win game should they not win tonight. But we'll see. It was still 20-16 games, so it was still a tight ball game. Winner of this game will be the number 1 seed in Class C West. Loser of this game would be the number 2 seed should they not trip up along the way here. And as we were saying, we were talking with the broadcast team next door on radio about we could be back here in a few weeks for a playoff game. And if Granville gets a 3rd seed and Cobleskill-Richmondville gets the 2, yeah, that's exactly what we would have in the opening round. So 4th down and 6 here for Fonda-Fultonville. 3:44 to go in the ball game. Bulldogs need a stop. Back to pass is Wasink, and it falls short of the intended receiver. So the Bulldogs are going to take over on downs. The intended receiver over there was number 5. That is Cohen Rose. So the Bulldogs are going to take over at their own 32-yard line with 3 minutes, 40 seconds to work with. And everything is 4-down territory now. Obviously, down 8, 3:40 to go. You're going for it on 4th down. Every possession is in 4-down segments now. So they come out of the huddle. Looks like Butcher and Barr over on the right side. Hoslander's lined up here on the wing. They go to throw. They're going to go deep. They've got a man out there. It's caught at the 45 to the 40 to the 38-yard line. And that is Landon Hoslander on the big connection from Cernauskas. And the Bulldogs are in business. In one play, they're into Fonda-Fultonville territory. Very well designed play, as they also had, I think Cam Jackson over here lined up on the left side as well. And actually, it was the tight end, Hantho, and they did a little crisscross, and it allowed Hoslander to, the defense got confused and allowed Hoslander to get behind the defense. Back to pass again. They throw out the flats, incomplete. Looks like they were trying to get it to Chase Henry out of the backfield there, and they threw too high. So it's going to be 2nd down and 10. So 3 minutes to go in the football game. Barr to the left side. Butcher is in the slot. Cernauskas to pass, goes a little miscommunication there, I think, between Eli Barr and Caden Cernauskas, as Cernauskas thought he was going to go to the corner, and Barr went to the post. It was supposed to be the post corner or the corner post, and they just weren't on the same page. A little miscommunication there. So 3rd down and 10, 2:54 to go in the ball game. They'll fake the handoff, rolling out. Cernauskas throws and incomplete. And the intended receiver was Micah Hantho, the tight end. So clock stopped again with 2:49 to go. And as I said, everything right now is 4-down territory. So it's 4th down and 10. And remember a few minutes ago when I said this is the biggest play? Well, erase that. This is now the biggest play. The play before that I said was the biggest play is no longer the biggest play. 4th down and 10 right here. Football at the 39-yard line of Fonda-Fultonville. Way out to the left side here is Barr. They'll throw out to Barr, looking to get a block. It's going to be kind of a hook and lateral type play, and it's going to be stuffed by Fonda-Fultonville. As there was number 5, Cohen Rose, and number 7, Matt Oathout. And with 2:41 to go, it's going to be Fonda-Fultonville football. So nice idea in that situation, going with a little trick play, a little razzle-dazzle. But Fonda-Fultonville was ready for it. Rose and Oathouse. So 2:41 to go. It'll take a 1st down to be able to run out the clock for Fonda-Fultonville. Rose goes to the left side. Tight formation other than that. The handoff to Pickering. Pickering to the 40. Brought down at about the 42. Cam Jackson was there for Cobleskill-Richmondville. Also Colin York in on the play. Picked up about 3. It's 2nd down and 7. So a stoppage of play, a referee, an official timeout down on the field for a player maybe shaken up a little bit, who they had to get off the field. So 2nd down and 7. Clock started back up, 2:15 to go. Cobleskill-Richmondville needing a stop and to get it back and get one more crack at it, but a 1st down will put it away for Fonda-Fultonville, barring a turnover. Wasink calls the signals, takes the snap, hands off to Pickering, and they had that covered well. And they'll take a timeout. Coming up to make the first hit was Faulkner for Cobleskill-Richmondville. And so a timeout on the field. Don't forget, coming up after the game, we'll have the Kelly Farm and Garden player of the game, brought to you by Kelly Farm and Garden. And we'll trying to get an update. Eric right now is trying to get an update on Granville Whitehall. Last we knew, it was 20-16. Granville Whitehall trailing Hoosick Falls Tamarack, and a very big game for them. They would get the 2 seed in a home game, likely anyway, should they win. If not, they need to beat Waterville Heatley to get in the playoffs, pretty much, or at least to guarantee themselves being in. 8 teams getting in the playoffs out of 11 in Class C East. So your odds are pretty good, because there's a couple teams that have not had a win yet. Well, one being Mechanicville, for example. They haven't won a game. So, um, you know, as I said, with 11 teams in it, eight get in. So your odds are pretty good, but we'll see how that game comes out. Right now, here, though, 3rd down and 6, Wasink to Pickering, and they've got him behind the line of scrimmage, and he's going to go down for a big loss of yardage back at about the 40-yard line. And it's going to be 4th down, and the Bulldogs are going to get the ball back, it appears, as they'll take a timeout with 1:43 to go in the ball game, down 14-6. So they are going to get another crack at it here if everything goes the way they hope it goes. Obviously, it'll be a punt here for Fonda-Fultonville. And they've used their timeouts here on this drive, so they're not going to have the benefit of timeouts. But did they use all 3 of them? Because one was an official timeout. So they might have a timeout left. Because the official timeout and then 2 timeouts by the Bulldogs. So they may have one left. So it's going to be 4th and 10. Big defensive play there by the Bulldogs. And going back is going to be Butcher. Butcher's going to stand at the 40-yard line. We'll see if they bring the pressure here. The one thing you don't want to do is hit the kicker and give him a 1st down, because that's game over. And they do put some pressure on. They block it. And Fonda-Fultonville is going to pick it up, and they're going to throw him down. And it's going to be the Bulldogs football down inside the 20-yard line, down close to the 15. Man, oh man, what a change of momentum here in this ball game. And one of the guys that might have gotten in there is Faulkner, number 7. He's the one that came on that blitz a bit ago. And it's going to be 1st down and 10 Bulldogs. Looks like at about the 16-yard line. Ball way over on the right hash. So 1:34 to go in the ball game. They need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie. 1st down and 10 at the 16-yard line. Out of the gun, Cernovskis. And the play is blown dead. Offsides against Fonda-Fultonville. That's going to be a free 5 yards for the Bulldogs, and that's going to bring up 1st down and 5. So now it's going to be 1st down and 5 from the 11 with 1:32 to go here in this ball game. Cernovskis will work out of the shotgun. Butcher's out on the right side. Cam Jackson slot on the left. And they're going to throw underneath. It's caught by, I believe is it Barr on the catch? Trying to see if it's 5 or 6 down there. It is Eli Barr. They both were on the same side, and they both ran slants. But it's down to the 3-yard line, 1st down and goal. Barr goes out wide to the right side. Butcher is in the backfield. It's a direct snap to Butcher on the right side. And he's driven back. Did not get to the goal line. Clock still running, a minute to play. And it's down to about the, 1-yard line? No gain, so still on the 3. And here's Butcher. Butcher trying to get the pylon. He dives. And touchdown, Bulldogs. 3-yard touchdown run on the direct snap to Isaiah Butcher.
That would be my opinion.
And unsportsmanlike on Fonda-Fultonville. So a flag right at the end of the play, and it's unsportsmanlike conduct on Fonda-Fultonville. So it is now 14-12, and that's going to help on this two-point conversion because it's half the distance to the goal line on the unsportsmanlike. So it's 14-12. Still got some discussion going on down here. All kinds of hands flying around there by the head referee. It's unsportsmanlike conduct against Fonda-Fultonville. There's the half the distance marked off. So it's 14-12, 40 seconds to go. It was Isaiah Butcher on the direct snap on the touchdown run. And so the two-point conversion here to tie the ball game. Otherwise, we go to an onside kick situation. And I was correct that they did have a timeout left, and they're going to use it right here. So the Bulldogs will discuss it here. 40 seconds left on the clock. They've come up with the big defensive plays. So see what they're discussing down there in that huddle to come up with for a two-point play. I'm sure they have a lot in their arsenal. It's a matter of what they think is going to work. The last couple of plays, they've moved Isaiah Butcher. They've direct snapped to Isaiah Butcher, the running back or / wide receiver. He does a lot of things, to be honest with you, for this Bulldog team. So here they come, and again, they've got Butcher lined up as the quarterback. They've direct snapped it the last couple times. Here's Butcher, right side, and he's in for the two-point conversion. So the old saying, if it's not broke, don't fix it. The last couple of plays, they've gone with Butcher and snapped it to him. And it was successful in getting the touchdown and now successful in getting the two-point conversion. So we are tied 14-14 with 40 seconds to go here at Cobleskill-Richmondville High School. However, let's go back to the start of the third quarter. Nobody from Cobleskill-Richmondville is going to want me to bring this up, but the third quarter started out with Fonda-Fultonville's Matt Oathout going 80 yards to the house on the kickoff to open the third quarter. So we'll see how they decide to play it with the kick. The one thing they do not want here is to have another kick return, right? They want to keep the ball away from Oathout back there. And he is the guy that's dropping back. So actually, maybe it is Pickering, they said, that dropped back, not Oathout. So that's interesting. Or maybe Pickering and Oathout back there. Yes, they've got two guys back. So Eli Barr will do the kicking here. And one thing about Pickering, he doesn't have, I say the breakaway speed. I don't think that Oathout had. He's got the power. He may drag the entire team down the field, but doesn't have the breakaway speed, I don't think, that we saw from Oathout. And they are going to kick it short, and it's going to be taken by one of the up men. And everybody just about on the field, 22 guys piled up around the 48-yard line. So there's upside and downside, I guess you could say, to the short line drive kick, keeping it away from Pickering and especially Oathout. But you give them a short field to work with, but they've only got 33 seconds. So we'll see. Yeah, that's the question, is do they have timeouts? So they'll put the ball down at the 48-yard line of Fonda-Fultonville. We're tied at 14, 33 seconds to play. Bulldogs need a big stop here, and then we go to overtime. And this crowd is rocking. The bleachers are shaking. Back to pass. Wasik throws. It's complete, but well covered by the Bulldog defense. Short gain on the play. And a timeout on the play. No, not a timeout on the play. So 29.1 to play. The officials are going to get together and conference maybe. Right, they start the clock up. Wasik back to pass. He's got time. He throws. It's complete at the 40-yard line over on the sideline. And on the catch, that is Henry Sweet. So it's a first down at the 40-yard line, 19.1 to go. So it's going to be a first down.
Here, no bleachers roll.
Yeah, the bleachers are clanking. The place is rocking, no doubt about it. Wasik back to pass. He's got pressure. Flushed out of the pocket. Throws. He's got a man on the sideline. Caught and stepping out of bounds. And that is Rose on the catch over there, I believe, for Fonda-Fultonville. 12.6 to go. They're at the 30-yard line. And again, the bleachers are starting to rock. Rose goes out to the left side. Sweet wide right. Oathout is in the slot. Wasik to pass. Blitz coming. Screen pass. And the Bulldogs on it. And it looks like that they keep him in bounds. They had a timeout still to use with 4.4 to go. So 4.4 seconds left. Tied at 14. And the ball at about the 25-yard line. Looks like they're going to spot it about the 27. No, right on the 25. Now they get it set down there. Still trying to, Eric's over here working diligently, trying to get an update on the Granville Whitehall versus. Oh, we've got a final.
22-20 Granville Whitehall.
Granville Whitehall has defeated Hoosick Falls Tamarack 22-20. So they now are in position to be the 2 seed and play at home in the first round of the playoffs. What a win. Congratulations to Coach Kevin Gibo and GW. They win it 22-20. They trailed the entire game and then came from behind to win it, it looks like. Because last we knew it was 20-16, right, Eric, going to the fourth quarter. So Granville Whitehall has won it, and they'll play Waterville Heatley next week. And they're in position now to be the number 2 seed out of the Class C East Division and play at home in the opening round of the playoffs for the second year in a row. So congratulations to them. Meanwhile, here we've got 4.4 seconds to go. Could be the last play of regulation time. Wasik back to pass, throws down the middle, and it's intercepted. And a touchback in the end zone. And that is the end of regulation. It was Eli Barr with the pick, number 6. And we're tied at 14 going to overtime. We're all having a debate up here in the booth about the overtime rules. Well, I know one thing. It is not like the NFL where you have full possessions, where you have both teams get a possession. And
It's like the old fashioned doing the NFL, which means it's probably going to be.
It's not. It's more like the college overtime where you get the ball at the 25-yard line and try to go in from there with the short field. And then after the first round, we look at the score. Maybe it's still tied. Maybe one team gets a conversion, the other team doesn't. Maybe a team gets a field goal. I'm sure that's what the officials are coming over and explaining to both Coach Hantho and Coach Mancini right now. So, man, I don't know when's the last time I saw a high school football game go to overtime. It's been a while. Yep. Yeah, but I believe they start at like there's no time. I think they start at like the 20 or 25-yard line. Same as the college overtime, pretty much.
First remember.
So no clock. Sure. I usually don't get time to stay.
No. Yeah.
We're having a blast here at Cobleskill-Richmondville. Snacks being
I guess
snacks being handed out. Of course, the guy who's going to talk the most that can't have a snack, his ends up on the floor.
cameraman.
The cameraman fumbled it. That's why Eric was not a running back in high school. Fumbled the gummy. So the captain's down on the field. Cobleskill-Richmondville has won the toss. Most teams, well, we'll see. There's a couple schools of thought on it. Sometimes a team likes to go on defense first to see what they're going to need to win the game. You know what I'm saying? So, for example, if they go defense first, if the team scores 7, they know that a touchdown and a 2 would win the ball game. You know, but it looks like the Bulldogs are going to take the ball. They won the toss. It looks like they're going to choose to be on offense, and that is the case because there's Caden Cernauskas coming out, the quarterback. So they will start it. I knew it was about the 20 or 25. It's the 20. So they'll start it at the 20-yard line, first down and 10. The first round of overtime. They'll keep it on the ground for Chase Henry, and he is stacked up quickly and thrown back. So a loss of yardage on the play. Well, now they're moving back up. They lost a yard. I was watching the marker. At one point, they had gone back where it looked like it was going to be 3 or 4 yards. So second down and 11. No clock here in overtime. Eli Barr out to the left side. Butcher's in the slot. Cernauskas for Barr on that slant. They've had a lot of success with that. He gets down close to the 10 and close to the first down. It's going to be, if it's not a first down, it's third and short. So it's third and about a yard at the 11-yard line. But that slant play from Cernauskas to Eli Barr has been very, very successful here for the Bulldogs. So it was a great call to go to that play right there because so far, Fonda-Fultonville has not stopped it. Cam Jackson goes out wide to the right side. Looks like Butcher is lined up as the quarterback again. He'll take the handoff. He's got the first down. And he's down to about the 5 before they shove him back. It's going to be first down and goal for the Bulldogs. So they have successfully used that direct snap, putting Isaiah Butcher in the quarterback spot. Looks like about the 6. So first down and goal, Bulldogs at the 6-yard line. And once again, Butcher is lined up in the quarterback spot. And they only have a receiver on the right side. Here's Butcher looking to go on the right side. Flag is down, coming in from the official right behind Fonda-Fultonville's line.
They throw the flag towards the team.
And it's going to be on Cobleskill-Richmondville. They haven't moved the ball. A chop block penalty is the call on Cobleskill-Richmondville. That's going to be a big one. That's going to move the football all the way back past the 20 to about the 22-yard line. So right on the 20. So first and goal now from the 20. Back to pass. They throw underneath. There's Butcher. Butcher's corralled immediately by Rose. So second down and goal. Ball now at about the 18-yard line. Again, no clock here in overtime. Each team gets a possession. If it's still tied, we move to a second round of overtime. Here's Eli Barr out to the left side. Butcher is in the slot. Looks like Chase Henry in the backfield with Caden Cernauskas. Butcher goes in motion. They throw to Barr. And did the knee go down? Looks like he caught it, and then the knee got hit, and the knee went down immediately. Or was it? Yes, the ball is on so incomplete. So it's going to be third down and goal from the 18. So we'll see what they draw up here. That slant has worked very, very well to Barr. Cam Jackson's on the right side. Hantho, the tight end, over on that side as well. Cernauskas to pass, throws toward the corner of the end zone. Diving effort from Butcher, but he can't haul it in. It's fourth and goal. So this is a huge play right here, because if you don't score, now you've got to make sure Fonda-Fultonville doesn't put points on the board, or that's the ball game. So this is a big play right here, fourth, and they're going to take the timeout right now. Don't forget, coming up after the game, we'll have our Kelly Farm and Garden player of the game, and tied 14 in overtime. That's certainly up for grabs at this point, undecided, because we don't know who's going to be the hero yet in this game. Kelly's Farm and Garden, of course, where customers are treated like part of their family tree. We thank them for coming on board with us this week, as they sponsored our player of the game. They sponsored First and 10, and we had a great time down here on Tuesday recording First and 10. If you haven't had a chance to see it, go to NYVT Media's YouTube page. You can watch the replay of the game. You can watch First and 10 with Keith Harrington and anything else we've done in recent weeks. Cam Jackson's going to the right side. On the left side, it's going to be Eli Barr. Cernauskas out of the shotgun with Chase Henry beside him on his right. Comes down the line on the option for Henry. Henry wants to pass, throws, and it's intercepted by Fonda-Fultonville, which does not mean as much as normally. It's just a turnover on downs, because that was fourth down. So in overtime, not going to run it back or anything. So now Fonda-Fultonville gets their shot from the 20-yard line as Cobleskill-Richmondville comes up empty. So I'm still thinking about what a big win by Granville Whitehall, beating Hoosick Falls Tamarack 22-20.
You know, the good thing is with all these mergers, it's not like they have to beat Hoosick Falls, then they have to beat Tamarack. Now it's 2-1.
I'll be going home, getting sleep tonight, waiting for Coach Gibo's call tomorrow morning. Coach Gibo from Granville Whitehall has a tendency to call me at like 6 when he's out walking the dog after I just got home from Cobleskill-Richmondville on a Friday night. And here comes Fonda-Fultonville on first down.
So if
And they keep it on the ground. Or they pass, actually. Pass complete.
and once that happens,
So they get it down inside the
for somebody score,
20 to the 18. They pick up 4. Second down and 6.
they have to do the second down. Yeah.
So second down and 6. Wasink is going to fake the handoff, keep it himself, getting outside. He's going to be knocked out of bounds before the first down marker. So fake to Pickering that time. So it's going to be third down coming up. So 2 downs here for Fonda-Fultonville to get the first down or to score. If they do not, then we go to another round. Right now, third down and about 3. Wasink out of the shotgun, 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. He'll hand off to Pickering, and he was able to get through the pile and then break outside. He's got the first down. So it'll be first down and goal here now, I believe, or well, it depends on where they spot the ball. If it's inside the 10, looks like it's just inside the 10, about the 7. So yeah, first down and goal. So 4 plays to get it in for Fonda-Fultonville to win this football game. Wasink underneath the center, and they have got him behind the scrimmage. Big play by the Bulldog defense. Huge play by the defense that time. Yeah, Micah Hantho was one of the guys there, 88, leading that charge, and a host of other Bulldogs getting involved. So a big play there, led by Micah Hantho. So second goal from the 11-yard line here. In overtime, tied at 14. They throw it out in the flat. It's out. And he's able to get down to about the 5. So it's going to be third and goal from the 5 here. So the Bulldogs have to stop them on 2 plays here, and we go to another round. If Fonda-Fultonville scores, they will win the football game, and they'll be in the position to be the top seed out of Class C West. And they'll keep it on the ground. Pickering. And we don't see any sign from the officials. Everybody from Fonda-Fultonville says he's in. The officials are conferencing. He didn't get in. So it's going to be fourth and goal. How much drama is this, folks? We're in overtime, 14-14, 2 undefeated teams. It's fourth and goal from inside the 1. You don't get much more drama than this. And now a timeout called. So it's fourth down and goal from inside the 1 in the first round of overtime. Cobleskill-Richmondville did not score. So any points here for Fonda-Fultonville give them the win. They thought they did win right there, but the officials said he was stopped short. So we'll see what the Bulldogs come up with defensively, and conversely, what does Fonda? Well, I'd be absolutely stunned if Colin Pickering. I stopped myself mid-sentence. Bulldogs thinking about what they're going to do. Fonda, well, we all know what Fonda's going to do. Caught myself midstream there. But maybe they use Pickering as a decoy. Yeah. Maybe they everybody jumps on him and somebody else runs the ball. We'll see.
When we tackle
Wassing brings him up to the line of scrimmage. They hand it off straight ahead. Touchdown, Fonda-Fultonville, and they're going to win it. And they win it in overtime by a score of 20-14. And that's a tall order to try to stop a team with a runner like Colin Pickering at about the half-yard line. And they will come away with the 20-14 win. And in overtime, it could not have been more exciting and more drama than that. So Fonda-Fultonville goes to 7-0. They are in the driver's seat now to be the number 1 seed out of Class C West. And, of course, big development over in Class C East. Schuylerville and well in control of Class C East, but Granville Whitehall with a big win over Hoosick Falls Tamarack. So they're in position now to be the 2 seed in Class C East. So an exciting ball game it was. It goes to overtime. And Fonda-Fultonville comes away with the win by a score of 20-14. And I think I'd be remiss if I didn't say our Kelly Farm and Garden player of the game is Colin Pickering of Fonda-Fultonville. I mean, he was the class of the field tonight, and just very, very difficult to stop. So our Kelly Farm and Garden player of the game tonight, Colin Pickering from Fonda-Fultonville, and congratulations to him. And I'll see if I can't possibly get down the field and have a word with him, but they're already leaving the field, so not sure if that will be possible, but we'll go down and try to check it out. Once again, our final score here, Fonda-Fultonville in overtime defeats Cobleskill-Richmondville 20-14. The Valley Hawks go to 7-0. The Bulldogs go to 6-1. And tonight's game has been sponsored by Kelly Farm and Garden, and also by Telescope Casual Furniture, and also by Hoagland Property Management, Skeen Valley Agency, Indulge Pizza, Lake Champlain Coal, and Ravina and Hoosick Valley Shop and Save. For my producer and cameraman, Eric Picar, I'm Keith Harrington saying so long from Cobleskill-Richmondville, and I'm going to go get an interview right now with our player of the game. Have a good night, everybody.